Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I bring you the story of a man who faced a difficult situation. His girlfriend cheated on him with his own brother. Here is the story of what happened. First story. A few months ago, my girlfriend, who I had been with for 4 years, cheated on me with my younger brother John, who is 26 years old. This situation was very complicated, especially since my family took their side, even though I wanted to expose the situation publicly. To protect the identity of everyone involved, I will use fictitious names. Also, I apologize for any mistakes, as English is not my native language. I have a younger brother named John. Until recently, I saw him as a friendly person, someone who made up for his limitations with great communication skills and an ability to understand people. Growing up, I protected him from bullies and stood up for him when trouble arose. Even with math difficulties, I dedicated hours to helping him understand each exercise. Our parents are good people, although strict with me, they always supported me when I needed it. For example, when I wanted to buy my first car, I worked hard to save money and paid half of the amount, while they paid the other half. However, it was clear that John was the favored child. This favoritism increased even more when he turned 18 and got a car as a gift when he got his driver's license, while I had to earn mine with a lot of effort. Also, our parents don't understand my choice to study computer engineering. They have an old-fashioned mindset and don't understand what this job entails. To them, it feels like I just play video games all day. I've tried to explain it several times, but it feels like I'm talking to a wall. On the other hand, John studied business and, upon graduation, got a job in the sales department at the company I worked for. Since they were hiring at the time, I helped him get the job. Now he has been there for 4 years. This complicated situation has shaken my trust in the people around me, but I am trying to move forward and overcome this painful betrayal. I hope that with time things can work out and I find the peace I'm looking for so much. I started dating Roxanne, and our relationship lasted 4 years. After a few months, I introduced her to my family, and she got along well with my brother. However, it never worried me too much. Fast forward a year ago, my department faced staff shortages due to a recession, which resulted in layoffs and saddled me and my colleague with even more work. For about 2 months, I would work from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., come home exhausted and instantly fall asleep, even on weekends. It affected our time together, and Roxanne and I weren't able to see each other as often as before. Normally, we would go out at least twice a week, but during those 2 months, we would only go out once a week or sometimes even once every other week. After that stressful period was over, things seemed to go back to normal, but I began to notice that Roxanne was acting distant even when we were together. Her behavior also got weird, especially regarding her phone, becoming possessive of it, suddenly canceling our dates, among other things. 3 months ago, I found out that Roxanne was cheating on me with my own brother. Yes, I know looking through her phone was a violation of her privacy, but I've never been this mad in my life. I confronted her and then went to my brother's house, but he just laughed in my face, which made me even angrier. Although it was extremely difficult, I controlled myself and did not react violently. From that moment on, I decided that I no longer had a brother and acted accordingly. I told our parents what had happened, and they seemed to understand, promising to talk to John about her behavior. For the next few months, I was emotionally devastated, but I tried to focus on work. I recently attended a family dinner and, to my surprise, both John and Roxanne were in attendance. In short, my family has chosen to support John, believing that he and Roxanne have found true love in each other. Although it hurts me, they suggest that I should try to forgive them and accept the situation. However, since then they have been hacking my phone with calls. People's opinions. I think you are doing the right thing by getting them out of your life. I understand that as a parent your feelings can be conflicted, but it's important to recognize when someone is wrong. It seems your brother is always considered perfect, which isn't fair. Blocking them can be liberating, getting rid of toxic people. You are self-sufficient and you don't need of them in your life. In my opinion, it's okay not to talk to family members who cause harm. Trust me, you are not missing anything by not having contact with people like that. When they need something, their brother won't be there to help them. you can give yourself the joy of saying no. Also, I've been thinking about this more and realizing how dependent your brother is on your parents and you, which is not healthy. He found his own girlfriend but couldn't get a job on his own. He was also unable to buy a car without help. Both you and your parents provided everything for this man, and your parents continue to encourage this behavior. Instead of condemning his actions, they support him, which is completely wrong. You deserve so much more than to be treated like a second-class citizen by your own family, including your parents. Now you have the beautiful opportunity to build your own chosen family. I know it's hard to realize this right now, but in life, you'll meet people who will become like family, love you for who you are, bring peace and happiness into your life, and support you. I haven't had contact with my parents since I was 16, and I can say that choosing a family is the best decision I've ever made. It may not be the greatest, but it's mine, and it doesn't bring drama into my life. A good successful life is the best revenge, but before that, it's important to seek professional therapy to deal with the impact these selfish and insensitive people have had on your life and to allow you to heal and have healthy relationships in the future. My suggestion is that you distance yourself from them and avoid contact with your parents, especially if they continue to support your sibling who shows no real concern. If every time you see them you feel like revenge, remember that they are capable of betraying your trust and damaging the relationship. Additional story. I am worried that my sister has developed feelings for my girlfriend. We have been together for 2.5 years and we have a great relationship. My sister and I have always been close, so I was happy when they met and became friends right away. However, in the past 3 months, they've been hanging out more often, taking day trips, sleepovers, and dinner parties. Initially, I didn't mind. I thought it was good that the two most important women in my life got along so well. But recently my sister has been making suggestive comments and has even expressed interest in dating my girlfriend, calling her her wife, and acting jealous when I interact with her. I recently overheard my sister tell Mary, in a salacious tone, that she had a crush on her. Mary laughed at the situation, explaining that it was just a common joke between girlfriends. Although I trust Mary, this situation bothers me deeply and I am concerned about my sister's attitude. I think it's important to talk to Mary about how I feel about this and ask her to set clear boundaries with my sister. I don't want this to affect our relationships, but it's crucial that things are cleared up to avoid future problems. However, if she is understanding and changing your behavior, then you should just worry about keeping some distance between you and your sister. Good luck to you. She said that these types of comments are common among female friends and that there is no reason to be concerned. However, she is lying to herself. I'm bisexual and I only got these types of comments from women who were interested in me romantically. Also, even though Mary sees their friendship as healthy, her sister wants more than that and has made that clear to you. Tell Mary what Amy told you. Mary needs to establish healthy boundaries with Amy. If Amy can't back down with the flirtations and romantic overtures, maybe it's best to let the friendship go. Update, second story. There were some developments when I got home from work last night. I found the two of them sitting on the sofa in the living room watching a movie. I decided it was time to settle this, so I sat across from them and told them we needed to have a talk. Basically, I asked if there was something going on between them, as they were spending a lot of time together and acting almost like a couple. My sister immediately started crying and Mary looked very sad. Amy couldn't speak through her tears, so Mary told me that Amy is going through a very difficult breakup. She's not coping well with her ex-boyfriend cheating on her with multiple women and giving her an STD. It seems that this culminated in a huge explosion that destroyed her house and left it desolate, about 3 months ago. Mary realized something was wrong and asked Amy during a lunch out. Amy couldn't contain herself and vented everything that happened to Mary. She asked Mary not to tell me anything until she decided what to do. Emily started staying at Amy's house to help her clean up and offer support. In addition, Amy found out that she is pregnant with this ex-boyfriend's baby, which further undermined her mental health. The extra moments they spent together were actually related to preparing for this new pregnancy, including the fashion show of maternity clothes. Amy's jealousy of me was really jealousy of the solid relationship Mary and I have. The comments about wife and nicknames were just banter between friends, and Amy reacted badly to my questions because of the profound betrayal she suffered and the accusations that hurt her so much. I didn't even know that Amy was dating anyone, and it looks like this ex-boyfriend has moved out of the province, and Amy has chosen not to pursue legal action against him. She just wants to move on and be happy. I found out that they are 6 weeks pregnant and intend to tell me about their coincidental pregnancies next weekend. In short, Amy and Mary are the best of friends, and I will be an uncle and then a father. I won Sibling of the Year for not realizing something was up with her. From my perspective, I see that you dealt with the situation maturely, having a frank and honest discussion with your girlfriend and sister. Sometimes, as human beings, we tend to see things that aren't there or misinterpret situations, especially if we've had painful experiences in the past. However, if something just confirms that your sister and girlfriend love and respect you, as well as having an amazing platonic friendship between them, you can put your insecurities aside. It's important to recognize that you have a wonderful family and a special person to share your life with. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have an excellent day.